WMTV Madison. Now, from 15 News, depend on it. Wendy Teese, meteorologist Charlie Shortino, and Mark Larson, sports. This is 15 News, Weekend Report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Susan Jones, sitting in tonight for Wendy Teese. An emotional day in the nation's capital today, where senators are voting on a controversial bill. By a vote of 50 to 44, they voted to restrict health insurance payments for female government workers wanting to get an abortion. Restrictions will ban payments except in the case of rape or incest if the mother's life was in danger. The vote came after much debate.
In the United States, women have a constitutional right to choose an abortion. But that right is meaningless, Mr. President, if women do not have access to abortion or cannot pay for the service. Many who are opposed to abortion rights know that. So they come up with ways to make it more and more difficult for women to obtain a safe, affordable abortion.
Is it really health care? When I think of health care, I think of helping someone. I think of perhaps saving someone's life or performing some medical service which makes someone healthy again. The taking of a human life, in my opinion, is not healthy, certainly not healthy for the person whose life.
A Republican proposal would have allowed an exception only when the mother's life was in danger, but in North Dakota, Ken Conrad challenged that proposal. The United States and Vietnam have now come full circle, from enemies to diplomatic partners. Secretary of State Warren Christopher is in Hanoi, where he will open the newest U.S. embassy tomorrow. Christopher and the president of Vietnam today signed formal documents agreeing to these new ties. Christopher says the new embassy's #1 priority will be to account for Americans still missing in action.
When the United States sends its military men and women into battle, it's the individual with his training and his courage and his devotion to duty who really counts. Every one of them, of course, is a cherished human being with a name and a family and a nation that cares.
On arriving in Hanoi today, Christopher witnessed an airport ceremony in which 4 wooden boxes containing the remains believed to be those of U.S. servicemen, they were turned over to U.S. officials. It's 2 against 1 in the war-torn former Yugoslavia. United Nations officials say Bosnian troops have crossed into Croatia and have joined with Croatian forces against the Serbs. Croat soldiers launched a massive offensive today and took control of the rebel Serb capital of Knin. U.S. officials report the Serbs barely had enough time to withdraw. Many expect Croatian involvement could lead to the biggest Balkan battle since World War II. Tomorrow marks the 50th anniversary of one of history's most fearsome events. An atomic bomb exploded over Hiroshima, Japan on August 6, 1945. That event is being remembered in Japan today, where it is already tomorrow, with a memorial ceremony at Peace Park, which is built near Ground Zero. The solemn ringing of a bronze bell was followed by a moment of silence at 6:15 tonight our time, the time the bomb went off. Nearly half of Hiroshima's wartime population, some 140,000 people, died in that bombing. A peace offering from McFarland to the people of Nicaragua. They sent more than 350 bicycles there as part of the Bikes Not Bombs project. It is the 3rd shipment so far. The group collects old bikes and ships them to Central America, where bicycles are high in demand.
Once they get down there, they're repaired, fixed, overhauled, repainted, whatever they need. At that point, they're sold to the